Alright, we are back. So I looked into it, and the Newheim's Flagging Quest actually is supposed to be done during the Fighters Guild. So we didn't do it then, we can't do it now, so I'm just going to ignore it. I will mark it as complete, just so that way it's not a problem, but we looked into it. And yeah, it's supposed to be started during that quest, so... Alright, so I gotta find Orin. Bellarum's room and in the royal quarters. Beatrice. Colin. I was singing the wrong key. Ooh. Let me get my chameleon going. This is Darhill's desk. Yeah, so I assume this is Darhill's room. That's back to the castle. Gargoyle. And that's to the royal quarters. Alright, this is the room we're looking for. It'll be in here. Ah, there it is. Grad kitchen reader acquired. Drop that quick save. Alright. Okay, so now we're looking for King. I need polymorph. That's 2 books, actually, I needed right there. 1 second. Oh. Start my stream again. Yeah, so we got Paula, Volume 2. Yeah, so that was... Those were in the box. There's Paula. Paula Volume 2. Red Kitchen Reader. Alright. King. Yeah, that is the big children. Okay. I gotta find King. King has been found. Oh, I forgot to mark a hypothetical treachery, because we did pick that up. And Dance and Fire, I forgot to mark that. There are a few books. We're just gonna head out. I have so many books. and other stolen items, and I'm like, let's not get caught here. All right. Yeah, anything else we're missing? Let me verify this real quick. The locked room, I know where that one is. That's right, yep. Yeah, so literally we're missing... The only skill book we have left to find that actually is one you can just casually find, that you, or has a set position, is... that one. The locked room. The rest we actually have to find from loot, which is going to get kind of messy. That's okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. I thought I did pick up the black arrow, right? I think I have that. I'd have to go back home to verify that, so I will go through and double check that one, but I'm pretty sure we got that one. There's like 15 books that we're missing that we should have found elsewhere, but I'll just look up where we can find them.
Yes?
Alright, so that one on. We'll do that quest next. So yeah, we'll finish that. And then that'll just leave one quest left here, which is the ghost ship. Oh, let me... Where's my petty soul gems? I hate how much of a pain it is to, like, scroll all the way through as well. And then it's what, lesser. Just keep going. Alright, there's all those. Common. Alright. Now just give me your soul. There we go. Alright. Might just break into the house. She's upstairs sleeping. Like, no one ever freaks out about this either. I just go in and I'm like, hey,
Is there something I can do for you?
training.
Well, you do get around, don't you? You've seen a good bit of what the world has to offer, which is more than can be said for most people. All right, I'll teach you what I know about athletics. Maybe we can swap stories about life on the road.
Ooh, okay. Thank you, that's all I wanted.
Bye.
Alright. I still gotta find Orin. Alright.
I'm listening.
Yeah, so we need Orin, we need an elven bow. Let me back the castle. Actually, it's late. Let me just... do that. Just wait. There we go. Alright, now let's search for him in the castle. And then, yeah, we'll invest in the shop. And actually, at this point, we have really no use for money. Like, we have everything bought. Maybe, I think we might still have to upgrade the one house, but otherwise. Yeah, we'd have no use for money, because I have everything purchased that we can buy. It's really just going to be running around grabbing stuff. Or finishing up these last couple quests. And then farming for the last couple of items that I want. Yeah, where does Orin go? He's in the castle smithy.
How does the day greet you, friend?
The right. Alright, so directly to the right. Hold on, drink. Yep, right in there. Ooh, books. Yep, okay.
I see you work with... Out.
And then, do you have anything special? Nope.
Shadow hide you.
Yep, shadow hide you. Alright, that one is done. Yep, you've been discovered. Okay. Let me... So I still need, I think, 10 more bear pelts. That sounds about right. Da, da, da. Yeah, I need 10 more bear pelts. And then we need... What else do we need? An elven bow. That sounds right.
Yes?
Okay, so 10 more bear pelts, an elven bow. And I think that is it. Yeah, because the other trainer, we've talked to all the beggars at this point. And if we haven't, I don't know which one we'd be missing, so...
Well, here's a fine one.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if you have an elven bow, because if so, we'll just buy it.
You're quite... Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Nothing.
Buy.
Yep, buy. Alright, I mean, we could always just, like, start hitting up random places again. Well, the one lady, I probably sold bear pelts to her, so I could probably just buy them. Arlen way. Because apparently her inventory never resets. That's part of her problem. And then I think you have.
This is a travesty. A complete and utter travesty. The crystal ball is just sitting there in the hold, but I'll be damned if I'm going back on board. And
What?
nobody will help me. Nobody. Not with those spirits roaming the decks. I don't suppose you'll help me. No, of course you won't.
Hold up, what's going on?
Of course you can't. Nobody ever wants to help. That's the... Wait, did you actually say you'd help me?
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful. I can't thank you enough. I've been going out of my mind ever since my crew was murdered. This is my ship, you see. The Serpent's Wake. I hired the crew to sail to Somerset Isle to retrieve a family heirloom. My mother's crystal ball.
Okay.
They made the journey and arrived back all right. But then, someone murdered them. All of them.
I see.
Now their spirits are haunting the ship. The crystal ball is in a chest in the ship's hold, but I can't get to it. I made it as far as the captain's cabin, but the spirits nearly killed me. Get the crystal ball and return it to me here, and I'll make it worth your trouble. Here, you'll need this key. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Onto the ship we go. Okay. On Morrowind, we don't need. Alright, we got a key there. Alright, let's head below deck. Oh! Alright, we already picked up a Zura on the box. So Cutlass, okay. Alright. I don't see much on you. There's a door there. The hold. Okay. What's down below? Yep, have you kill yourself. With crystal ball. Alright. Alright. That was literally it. Okay. All done. Ah, here we go. Up top. Hey.
Oh, you did it. You actually made it back with a crystal ball.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Here, please take this as a reward.
Got
It's
it.
the captain's enchanted cutlass. I managed to grab it when I was in his cabin before his spirit chased me out. Oh, thank you so very much.
No problem. Alright. So now we got... Really, the last thing we got to do is clearing up Dunbarrow Cave. And then, man, that'll actually be like every location pretty much done. that'll just leave a couple side quests. It would appear that there's a cave that leads under Castle Anvil. It might be worth a look. Is it like over here? Oh yeah. The Smuggler's Cave. Alright. Steel Cutlass right there. Followed the rumors and found Dunbarrow Cove and the remains of the Black Flag. However, the caverns are overrun by skeletons and pirates who perished here. I'll have to put them all to rest before I can refit the cave. Yeah, don't worry, man. I'm here to help. Alright, so we gotta get back up top. Alright, that's all of them. The last one is in here. Well, that door kind of just opened weirdly. Captain Dougal. Alright, third era, 286 or thereabouts. Find it unlikely that anyone will be finding this journal, but if they do, know that I've written the last words of the great Captain Torredin ap Dougal, Scourge of the Ebetian Sea, Terror of the Gold Coast, Cutthroat of Hunding Bay, and Lord Captain of the Red Saber, the finest band of buccaneers and pirates heir to sail Tamriel. I ain't a man with much use of words. I ain't never been to no academies. I ain't never wrote no books. Words ain't never earned me no gold, so they're worthless to me, and that's why ye have quartermasters and first mates. But I'm gonna be setting my last thoughts down here on paper, because I ain't got much time left here. And it's every old man's right to have his words heard. Now, me business was fighting, sailing, and looting. I became a leader of sailing men, the most feared in history, or so they tells me. Now, before you be getting ahead of yourself, let me be warning ye that me tale does not end well, as I'm sure you can see from wherever ye found me rotten bones in this god's cursed cavern. I was born in a little town on the north coast of Skyrim called Dunbarrow. Me mother was a wench and me father was a right bastard. The only thing that either of them ever did for me was doing me the favor of selling me off to a sea captain where I was when I were 9. That captain, he taught me everything I ever need to know about sailing and a few things about the rest too. You see, he was a smuggler, and he taught me all about smuggling and avoiding the Imperial Navy as he run the skooma route from Daggerfall to Vivek. Shame he were caught and hung. He were as close to a daddy as this old pirate ever knew. Closer than that bastard who sold me off ever were, that's for sure. Sir, the undead pirates and claimed Dunbarrow Cove as my own. The cavern and the hulk of the Black Flag are in terrible condition after hundreds of years underground. I should speak with Dahlia Rackham of the Clarabella. She will be able to assist me in hiring a crew to turn Dunbarrow Cave into a suitable base of operations. Part 2. After the captain were hung, I got around Hammerfell a lot. Fell in with a few crews here and there, and after a time got myself hired on as a midshipman on Captain Calidus's rig. Of course, Calidus was a drunkard and the damn fool ran his own ship aground in Anvil before we could any real pirating had done. So embarrassing was he that he'd drink himself to death in one of the pisshole taverns in this flat little seawater town. So there I were in a backwater port when the war against the usurper broke out. I were out in hire with a rickety tub and her worthless rod of a captain when the Imperial Navy stole our private ship in port to go and fight in their war. We was coming back into dock when we heard about it. Now, only a fool doesn't bite when he smells blood in the water, and that captain of ours was going to hand his rudder over to the Navy. The rest of us, well, we didn't like so much like that. Cut his throat and tossed his worthless carcass in the depths for Hermes Mora to feast on. The rest of us put Kel to his mud hole and broke for the nearest cove to lay low for a while. Now, the thing that I learned about war is that it's profitable for just about everyone except for the poor bastards that actually have to go and fight it. While the Navy were busy putting down the revolution, they were too busy to worry about a bunch of pirates running up and down the Gold Coast. And even better for us, the Navy was needing a stream of supplies up in High Rock to fight and didn't have the ships to escort them. In case you don't know, cargo vessels without escort is a pirate's best friend. Just a couple of years, I had every buccaneer from here to Valenwood flying under me flag. We had dozens of ships and crews, and more men joined on every day. Soldiers and sailors, cast-offs from the war, escaped prisoners. They were the best cutthroats and sons of whores that a pirate captain could ever wish for. It brings a tear to my eye to think of them all. But even better than the men were the ships, captured navy cutters, refitted privateer galleons. Even had a few of them Bosmer ships with the funny living sails in my fleet. The finest ship I sailed for myself, the Black Flag. You'll find a rotten hull around here. She don't look much now, but I can tell you that in her day, there weren't no vessel she couldn't outrun. All these men and ships we called ourselves the Red Saber. The merchant ships called us a death on the seas. We got to be so feared that most crews just abandoned ship when they see our flag on the horizon. With no navy to stop us, Captain Tordan ap Dougal and the Red Saber was known all over the East. Now, I ain't one to brag, but the Empire had a bounty on me for 40,000 coins. Now, that's something to be proud of. Of course, the poor bastards could never collect on it, and being the wretched den that it was, most sailors there worked for me anyhow. The Legion could never get no one to give me up. I wish these days could have lasted forever. But you know how it is, friend. Ain't nothing good can never last. Part 3. I ain't got much time left. Sure, we had plenty of food down here. It lasted for years, but all this time in the wet and the dark, I got something nasty growing in me. What a terrible way to die. Not on the end of an enemy's cutlass, but because of some damned sickness. No seafaring man should die like this. At least I can still hear the water. But I was telling the story of how I got mine, weren't I? I cursed the day that the Cameron usurper died at the war ended, because it was that day that Commodore Fessel Umbranox turned his attention to the Red Saber. A couple of months after the war, that fat pompous bastard decided to come down here to Anvil and take up port in my town, looking to break up the Red Saber. Emperor gave him whatever he asked for to campaign against us, despite the coffers being empty from the war in High Rock. When Umbranox couldn't get what he needed from my men in Anvil, he set out looking all over the Abetian for the Black Flag. There are hundreds of islands in the Abetian. He landed a crew on each one. He rooted out my men where he could find them, hung those who weren't willing to go peacefully, and jailed those who laid down arms. No matter for many ships and men it cost him, he kept coming with more and more. We couldn't never get ahead of him, and we couldn't never mount a counterattack. It took him 4 years and a hell of a lot of ships, but the sea rat finally tracked me down. And we're my own fault anyway. If I never made the mistake I made, he'd have died before he found me, but a man has to stand up for his mistakes no matter if it cost him. Besides, ain't like I'll be fooling ye, since you're likely staring at me bones as you're reading this. Umbranox had his main force out of port following a lead that I planted. I set sail back to Anvil, hoping to catch him off guard, capture the boats he left behind, and fight him with his own ships in Anvil Bay. Ha! Can you imagine the look on his pig's face if it have worked? I thought I'd finally get the horse on to show his face in a proper fight. Should've known, but he had men waiting there for me. Fought like hell, but we were trapped in the bay. The Navy men set the town on fire to keep us from fleeing onto land. I'm sure that the fine citizens of Cyrodiil didn't weep for the torching of a town of thieves. The main force of Imperial dogs held us on until Umbranox showed up in his flagship. Umbranox fought me to the last ship, and in the end, the bay was filled with sunken and burning boats. If I weren't fighting for me life, I'd have probably thought it was beautiful. So, the Black Flag and Umbranox's rickety tub were the only ones that were still afloat and fighting when the dawn came. So, I did what any pirate with sense would do. I tried to run. Now understand, I'm a right bastard in my own way. I'm a pirate, a murderer, a thief, and certainly ain't never believed in a fair fight. But there's a line in an unspoken code between sailing men and Umbernox went too far. He had mages on his ship. Mages ain't never been allowed on my boats. They're no good, bad luck, and I don't trust them. Turns out, I was right. Cut across the south side of the bay along the huge cliff wall that used to be there. I had me helmsman stay as close as he could to the cursed cliff. You could hear those mages from the deck of Umbernox's ship yelling some nonsense into the wind. A few rocks fell on my deck, a few more, and the whole bloody cliff came crashing down on top of me. Don't you worry, I didn't die just then. The cliff collapsed around the ship, making this damned cavern. Better that it just fell on us, but no, it sealed the black ship, her crew, and me under tons of rocks. We were buggered. See my own blood more times than a cold diver count. Be seeing the ragged mess that could just come up out of me lungs just now is the only thing I've ever been afraid of it. I guess I should be getting to the last bit of me story. Me and me crew were trapped down here, never to see the light again, or some rot. We tried digging out, we tried blasting out, we tried calling to the Nines and the Daedric Princes for help. Nothing worked. Some of the men went crazy when we figured out that there was no getting out. Most of us just accepted what fate had dealt us. We made the hulk of the Black Flag into the best home that we could and tried making a life of it down here. We had plenty of stores with us, since most of the crew were killed in the fight. It was more than enough to go around. I will tell you, though, that you ain't known suffering until you ain't nothing but hard rations for 20-some years. All the pain I've ever caused anyone has been paid back to me tenfold in having to eat the same filth every day for the whole time I've been down here. Then Grim died off. Grim was the first, and one by one, the boys been dropping off. They all got the same sickness I ended up with. We buried him when we could, threw him in the water when we didn't have strength to bury him. Finally, we just made him walk to the far side of the cavern a couple of days before the sickness ran its course. I'm the last. I suppose that makes sense. The great Captain Dougal defeated by Fossil Umbernox and buried alive forever. Wonder what became of Anvil. Probably let it burn and swept the ashes into the sea. Umbernox probably went back to the Imperial City to pat himself on the back and be rewarded with the lands and titles. Like I said way back in the beginning, don't expect nobody to ever read this, but if by chance someone does find my carcass down here in this pit, do an old seaman a favor. Track down whatever descendants that fat old sack Umbernox might have had and tell him that Torridon Op Dougal says hello. Well, that is the story of Captain Dougal. There are actually 4 books. Those are all on my list. Let me mark those. Bam. Okay. Oh, that's a training chest, so pretty much you can easily level up your lockpicking. Nothing in it. It's just to keep leveling up your patapa, which isn't really bad in my opinion. All right. That was a lot of reading, though. Oh. A lot of reading in a barely even attempted pirate voice. Alright, we loading. Didn't throw any R's in there or whatnot. Okay.
Hail, Sir Knight.
How goes it?
Okay, you.
Sorry.
Heard any news from the other
Hopefully doing some things. Okay.
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods.
Oh. It's interesting hearing lines like that, because it's knowing how the Thalmor turned out later, I'm like, oh.
You're
Oh.
a sneaky looking sort.
Oh! This is the only one where you don't have to go all the way across the world.
Well,
Howdy.
a pleasure to speak with you.
Yeah.
Let's do business.
Alright.
You've got... I would... Let's do... Let's... Let's... Pleasure do... Let's do... Pleasure... Take care.
Bam. Completely upgrade Dunbarrow Cove and hired on a full crew. Once a week, the pirates who follow me will provide me with my share of their plunder in order to send them out. I speak with one of them to send them on a mission. They will return to Dunbarrow Cove in 1 week with my share of the loot. Alright. So yeah, now we just gotta go back. We got a handful of things to do there. And then bam! Yeah, that just leaves full odds and ends. Alright. Bounce. Deep bounce. Deep bounce. Deep. Yeah, so there should be 5 guys. There we go. That's actually the book we were looking for. There it is. I'm like, I hear it. Alright, yeah, so we found the skill book. The locked room. And that was the last skill book. Oh, do I have the Macabre Manifest? I think I do. Oh, that's right. I have to verify that.
Hi there. They say that Kinnereth granted the boot.
Greetings, champion. I'm at your service.
I don't
Of
plunder.
course.
In his ear. Alright.
Well, if it isn't the Holy Crusader himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
What? You should have a lot more than that.
That's a good deal. I appreciate it.
Apparently he has another
You too.
thing, but I don't see it.
Well, have a look at my wares. I'm good day.
Alright. Yeah, I can't invest in those two.
I've heard of you.
What can I interest you in?
Bye.
Oh, that's the training lock. Alright. Well, this is me quarters. Alright. Groven. Melonwin. Who are you? Blackwell. Alright, we gotta find Jack Silver. Cedric. Easier.
Look at the muscles on you. Well, goodbye.
Yep, he's seeing you. What's down below? Ooh, bacon.
A pleasure to...
Oh, I can invest in his shop.
I would... Take care.
Half is... Alright, Jack Silver.
Hail, Sir Knight. Look at the muscles on you.
Well met. Bye.
Yep, can't invest in you.
Good day.
Let me see if you have an Elven boat. No,
Be seeing you.
true, I did already look at. Oh, what's this? Alright, further down.
Please, but I hope I... What can I interest you in? Farewell.
Alright. Well, that's all of them taken care of. I'm gonna mark that just 'cause I'm like, I don't think that's really ever gonna show up, so. Alright, up we go. Alright, so now we make a bunch of stops. Yeah, we have quite a few to do actually. Alright, so if we head on up. Yeah, we're gonna head out. Grab that. Bam. Alright. So let's head to the market district. We'll see if she has any bear pelts and anything on her. We might as well also look for books. Alright. Alright, we gotta be quick. Buy whatever pelts we can from you. Check what's his name for books.
Hello, it is good to see you. Let's do business. I appreciate. Please return soon. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Alright, over here we go. To first edition. So yeah, we just gotta see what books you have.
It's my... Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Do I need a copy of History of Lockpicking? No, I feel like I do need to like just start deleting some of these from the list. Do I need the Red Book of Riddles? I already had that. Yeah, I already have that. Okay.
You too.
Alright. A lot of these books I might just have to search them up and be like, okay, where do I go for this book? Where do I go for this book? Blah, 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 blah. And then her place is over here. Gotta be quick. Yeah, we need to talk to her ASAP.
A pleasure to... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in
Ooh,
all
you don't
cities.
have any bear pelts. Okay. Well, let me start selling. Get my carry weight down a bit.
That's a good... And that's a fair deal. You've made a good bit of... That's a fair deal. That's more than... That's...
No, we're not selling that.
You got it. That's a good deal.
Yeah, where's his prize horn? Alright, keep that. Sell that. Keep all of those, sell that.
That's more than I'd use.
Then we can pick up that. All those, keep that.
That's a good.
Nope, keep those.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
Keep that. Keep those.
An excellent bargain.
All right.
Come back. Be seeing you.
Yep, be seeing you. Oh, I forgot to look for a bow. All right, we're not too rushy right now, because, yeah, we still got a little bit of time to talk to her.
Well met. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Ebony. Really, I never sold an elven bow to her. Okay.
Good day.
Maybe hack and slash? Slash and smash.
You really fought that Umaru? Where else?
Alright.
Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Dang. You have any? No.
Take care.
I don't know which store I would actually go for a bow around here. I mean, we can try the best defense and hope one of them's carrying a bow.
It's my pleasure. Please have a look around. You won't find better prices than you two.
What can I... Perhaps you need new armor. You too.
Yeah. Not having luck with this. Yeah, into your staffs. Discount spells. Everywhere's closed now.
What do you need, champion?
Yeah, fighting chance might have had one, but... Oh. Alright, we're gonna hit up the brothers next. Alright, we'll go to the Temple District. That'll get this quest done.
How can I assist you, champion?
I think she's still in here.
It's my pleasure.
There we go.
You have seen the beggars. You have, I hope, used your powers of speech to raise their spirits.
Yes.
Now I can help you to improve those powers, to help make lives better.
Alright,
Bye.
that training is done. So that's really our only active quest left. These two are the training ones, which we need an elven bow, 20 bear pelts. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty solidly then. Let me go drop off all my stuff. We'll ask about the Imperial corruption, but I don't think there's too much left. Drop off whatever I got on hand.
What seems to be the problem? I've
Corruption?
only recently been promoted. I'm not going to cause trouble by filing charges against one of the other watch captains. You could try taking a problem to Itius Hain. Maybe he'll be willing to risk his career by arresting Oddens.
Okay.
Good luck with Itius.
Yep. Alright. Let's go into my house. Dude, this house has some of the, like, weirdest stuff in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I already have that. Okay. Rolling. All right. Long forgotten note. I still can't deposit those. Oh. Alright, those are all deposited. And then I wanted to look, see if I had the Black... Yeah, okay, I do have the Black Arrow Volume 1. And then let me deposit those two. Bam, that's everything in there. And so with that, I will be right back.